And meetings between Russia and Turkey have gone on as scheduled, despite the assassination of Moscow's ambassador to Turkey. We do want to warn you that the video you are about to see may be hard to watch, as Ambassador Andrey Karlov was gunned down by a Turkish policeman during a speech given at a photo exhibit Monday. The gunman was later killed in a shootout, though officials believe that he did not act alone. The presidents of Russia and Turkey say that the killing was a provocation and agreed that it only makes them more determined to stop terrorism in the region. Hours later, shots were fired outside the U.S. Embassy in Ankara. A suspect has been taken into custody there in the capital of Turkey, and the embassy is closed today as a precaution. For more now, we are joined on the phone by Holly Williams in Antakya, Turkey, which is near the border with Syria. And Holly, what is the latest then on the investigation into the Russian ambassador's murder?
Well, Josh, 7 people have now been detained in connection with the assassination. That includes 6 relatives of the 22-year-old gunman, including his parents, a sister, 3 other relatives, and then also apparently his roommate. In the Turkish capital of Ankara has also been detained. 18 Russian investigators have arrived in Turkey to look into exactly how this took place. And the Turkish state news agency is reporting that the gunman took leave from his job as a riot police officer on the 14th of December and made a reservation at a hotel near the art gallery where the Russian ambassador was murdered. That suggests that this may have been planned for several days. There's been a lot of focus on what the gunman yelled immediately after shooting the ambassador. He started speaking in broken, not very good Arabic, and he quoted from an Islamic text which references jihad. That has led some to speculate that he may be an Islamic extremist or have been influenced by Islamic extremists. But certainly at this point we have no firm evidence of that, and there's been no claim of responsibility from any particular group.
And the context here is very important, Holly, as the presidents of both Russia and Turkey have said that this was an attempt to undermine talks today concerning Syria. The two nations, old rivals, one a member of NATO, the other not. They've been on opposite sides of the war in Syria. Of course, Russia supports the Assad regime. Turkey has called for Bashar al-Assad to step down. What are both sides hoping to accomplish with these talks?
Well, Josh, in general, what I think we're seeing is a warming of relations between Turkey and Moscow. The two countries historically have had a very difficult relationship, dating back centuries, and things really reached a low point late last year when in November Turkey shot down a Russian military jet that had drifted into its airspace. As for what Turkey wants, I think the top of its list is an end to the 5-year-long conflict in Syria. It's been destabilizing for Turkey. It's cost Turkey dearly. The violence has spilled across the 500-mile-long border from Syria. We've had a spate of bombings in this country over the last year, many of them, if not all, in some way connected with Syria, and around 3 million refugees have also come across that border. As for what Russia wants, I think we can only speculate, but in general, what we've seen in Syria is Russia reasserting itself as a global player in a way that we haven't seen really since the end of the Cold War.
And I did mention again that shots were fired outside the U.S. Embassy in Ankara. I know that Turkish police have detained a suspect accused of firing them. What can you tell us about that situation?
Well, Josh, the Turkish state news agency says that 8 shots were fired by this man, apparently all into the air. There were no casualties. He was later detained. In a video that we've seen of him being taken away by the police, he seems to turn to the American embassy and shout in Turkish, "Don't play with us." We assume that's some kind of anti-American sentiment. Beyond that, we don't know much about this individual, but the U.S. Embassy, as well as American consulates in 2 other Turkish cities, are closed today.
Holly Williams there in Turkey, we thank you for the time.